Hello and welcome to an update of my blue worm bin or Peryonix bin and the red wigglers. I decided to combine the updates for these two particular systems, and we'll start with the Peryonix first. And these little guys, they can be climbers, especially when the barometric pressure changes. We've been having a lot of rain here and we're expecting more tomorrow and the day after. So these guys, being the climbers that they are, don't miss an opportunity. So let's see what's going on with them. The bedding is moist. And even the material that I put on top that was originally dry is now moist as well. But that's good. We have babies. And this material is being worked over really nicely. So as you know, I have no holes, drainage holes in any of my bins, and I do not have an issue with any standing liquid. So I don't really, there we go, fast. If you guys see this, if let's say you guys ordered red worms and you see something that moves like this, you got yourself a blue. They're very, very active. See, inch-like worm movement. I think we fed here. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of them here. Right, guys? Right. Gotta be careful. The babies are so tiny. Okay, we'll feed them and leave them alone. Look at how rich this material is. And we started with bedding like this, so the food I prepared for them already has the coffee grounds and the eggshell. Decided to cut myself some time and just put everything together. Got some leaves, some mango. And the reds are going to get the same thing. So we'll just cover this up. I don't need to add any liquid to the bin because it's perfectly moist. But I am going to cover this up so the worms can go all the way underneath the bedding there, all the way to the top. Okay, so these guys are done. And let's move on to the red wigglers. And here we are with the red wiggler bin. And for those of you who remember me starting out this bin, you can see how many more castings we now have. They're working the material over because all of this was started with large cartons, and this is egg cartons and leaves. Oh, that's a baby. Baby. We've got some babies crawling up here. Lots of babies in here. And the material is looking great. This is all castings. The worms, I mean, just look at how nice and chunky they are. I'm thinking that because I started this with, what is it, 55 worms, that there are fewer worms in here. And so the worms themselves are healthier, they're bigger. But cocoons. Just a ton and ton of worms. They started laying cocoons within the first week of being in here. So they didn't waste any time. So I'm seeing a lot of babies, but I'm also seeing juveniles. I'm just turning the material over. The nice thing about starting material that looks like this is because it is fluffy and provides a lot of aeration for them, as opposed to maybe like a coconut core that's quite dense when it's wet. But you can see all the babies, all these guys, babies, and cocoons, babies. And you can see how these guys, like the Peryonix would be like moving like 100 miles an hour. And these guys are like, take it easy, take it easy. Those are the reds. So you can tell when you have them side by side, you can tell the difference. I think this is where we fed last time, but I don't remember what it was. But this bin is doing really great. Very, very happy with it, and happy with all the babies and the little, here's little juvenile worms. I'll have a large population in no time at all. That's what I'm counting on, because this is a pure strain of wigglers. Since I wanted to do that. That was the whole idea behind this particular bin and the Peryonix as well. I wanted a pure bin to see how they do, because most of my bins are mixed. So we'll mark that place where we fed, and we will leave them alone. I do not need to add any water to this. The moisture is good. And so we'll leave them alone and let them do their thing. So that's it for this week. Thank you for joining me.